Welcome, everyone. This is Nick Allen with Better Together Power Lab, and today we're going to learn how to do a CORA request. So, how to do a CORA request? Simply go to Google. I typed in the first step here, pretty obvious. So, Grand Junction, Colorado CORA request. You type that in, you press enter, and you're off to the races. So, first link is actually your best link. That's the Open Records request on Civic Plus. If you're looking to take some of those additional steps or you find yourself in a different position, you might have landed on the public records page. That's under government in the Grand Junction City site. And you go through government, public records, and you'll end up here where you can do the open records request form. So pretty straightforward. Select that, and here you go. So you can start off by making your request. With this site, by the way, with the Civic site here, it's a great platform. I really appreciate it. It helps kind of keep track of the requests you've already made and can keep things pretty simple. Best thing to do is just follow those prompts. So at the beginning, request a public record. Please provide a detailed description of records being requested, including record types, dates, keywords, and other information that will help clarify and narrow the scope of the request. Request modification will reset the response time frame. So your time frame is 3 days. You should at least have a response that it has been received and an update on the likelihood of how long it should take to receive your request. And it should be done in a timely manner. Additionally, if you look to right above me, you can see that the City of Grand Junction charges $30 an hour for requests requiring more than 1 hour of staff time to locate or produce records. And that's according to state law. That cost up front is tough, but it makes sense as you don't want to overload your system with people just flying in all sorts of requests that they have no intention of paying for or what have you. Can really cause some hiccups there. So for our requests that we sent in from Better Together, we did actually receive a cost, and not sour grapes here. We, hadn't heard feedback, so we reached out. The city clerk did let us know what was going on, did say that it would likely cost, and we weren't able to get that follow-up cost before it was filled. So one thing that they do generally do is say, it's going to cost X amount. Would you like to adjust your request? That's okay. We appreciate all that we got, and we'll look at quickly at what we did receive. So let's say you're in this request and you want to say specifically the reopening of Whitman Park. That's my subject. And you need to ask for certain key terms, dates, etc., and requests for what's being asked. So emails, and this is what I like a lot about this page. So at the bottom, it gives you a prompt. Requests for emails and text must include specific staff names, keywords, and a date range. Since we won't force you to watch me type, we'll go ahead and show you a previous request that we made. And there's just some small sections here we'll touch on too. Is this court related? No, we've never had to do one, thankfully. I like this. Are you a media organization or freelance journalist, content creator? We qualified ourselves as content creator here at Better Together. And then fill out just your general boilerplate information. And this can take you to creating a profile. This is what a profile looks like. So contact person, Janet was great. We just had to, follow up and just on a couple items and get some feedback on there. Your request number. So here's what we did. Very basic stuff. The request. I would like to request emails from City Council members Scott Belfus, Cody Kennedy, Anna Stout, Jason Wynn, Robert Ballard, Ben Van Dyke, Laurel Cole, and City Manager Michael Bennett relating to the Orchard Mesa Pool, dated between May 1, 2025 and June 8, 2025. Inserted the keywords as well. Orchard Mesa Pool, Orchard Mesa Community Pool Boiler, Pool Boiler. This was in regards to, there was a lot of feedback and community concern that we were supposed to receive a new boiler at the pool, which was closed because the old boiler went out. And I wanted to see what the conversation around that was. Surprisingly, we did not have any boiler conversation in these emails. So these are all the emails that were sent to us, and that's awesome. It came in PDFs, and so there's a different tab that you can open for your documents where you can actually review. And it's can be difficult. The times and replies can be mixed up a little bit just because of the flow of emails, but you can learn a lot from them. And so highly suggest if there's anything that you are working on that you want to know more about from your local government and you care about, CORA requests are your best shot at it. Look at all this information. And some of it, yeah, is not really much of anything, but some of it can really reveal a lot. Every government entity, something that is a tax collector and uses tax dollars, will and should have a ability to be CORA'd. So those are emails, and that's for elected officials, staff. One thing that we should have done better in this request is, since our request was pertaining to Parks and Recreation, adding the Parks and Rec director would have been great to see some more information that he might have received, because there was a few emails that were replying or at least mentioning previous emails, but we didn't have those access because it wasn't at least part of the initial request. So making sure you're working with your point of contact. In this case, it was Jeanette. And that's pretty much the basics of how to do a CORA request. Again, really simple, and follow those links, make your request. It's all about knowledge and power and making sure that you know what you're doing and getting as much information as you can, because it's your right as a citizen of Colorado. So make sure you flex that right. This is Nick Allen with Better Together Power Lab, and this is how you do a CORA request. This episode of Power Lab is brought to you by Patreon members of Better Together. You can join our Patreon at patreon.com/Better Together Grand Junction. We thank you for your support of grassroots content creation and news.